Hello? Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Australian Powerlifting Alliance Nationals 2026. Apologies for the technical difficulties. There will be no time for introduction as we have Leah Ibrahim approaching the bar for 92.5 kilos on her opening squat. Today we have our 47 kilo women, our 52 kilo women, our 59 kilo men, and our 66 kilo men. Buckle in, hope
Let's
you
go!
have drinks ready. There will be some feisty battles coming up later today. Here comes Leah, first squat of the competition.
Nicely.
A little bit stickier than what you would want an opener to look like. But she manages to get through. The refs look kind of happy before initiating the lift. She receives 3 white lights for that one. Alrighty, having a small technical difficulty. That's why it's not coming up on your guys' screen. Up next, we have 110 kilos on the bar. For Jessica. There we go. Looking very comfortable under the bar already. Yeah, nice. Much better looking opener there. Up next, Francheska, taking 115 kilos, if I'm not mistaken. No, 110. There we go. Bars loaded for Francheska. Now, Francheska's best ever is 115. So taking 110 as her opener either shows a lot of confidence or she likes to squat really close to her top end. Really stable looking with the bar there. Yeah, that was nice. That was snappy, good, exactly what you want an opener to look like. All 3 white lights from the judges. Up next, Jenny, taking 125 kilos. Nope, sorry, 112.5 kilos for her opener.
Let's go, come on.
Really in control of the bar here. That looks good from the commentator's angle. Phenomenal looking squat. Now, she was pretty leaned over. I don't think the refs will have any issue with it. Yeah, sweet. 3 white lights anyway. Could be a problem around top end, but we don't know till we get there. Now, also at 112.5, Amanda approaches for her opening squat. very in control there. Looks good from the commentator's angle and very speedy on the way up. I don't see any issues with that one. Oh, we've got a red light from the left referee.
Next up, Annabelle D'Cruze, 127.5, that's under 52 class. Annabelle is competing for our ACU class for bodybuilding sport. And the bar is loaded.
So for those of you at home following and you don't know what the different cards mean for the red lights, red for squats can only mean depth. Alrighty, here comes Annabelle taking 127.5 for opening squat in the 52 kilo weight class. Bar gets still. Looked very good for an opening squat. Exactly what you want. 3 white lights.
Next graph with 130. Praveena still a junior, competing in the U47.
Here comes Prav in the 47 kilo weight class for 130 kilos. Nice, a very speedy looking opener. Now, Prav usually competes in the 43 kilo women's, which is only in the juniors. 47 kilo women is the lightest open weight class.
132.5 is Ainsley's first nationals in under 47. The bar is loaded. Go on, Ainsley.
Here comes Ainsley with 132.5 on the bar for opening squat. Lovely squat there from Ainsley. Let's see what the refs have to say about it. Yep, 3 white lights, no questions asked.
Next we have the under 47 defending champion Vicky, opening at 135. And
Here comes Vicky, your 2025 national champion and 2025 bronze world medalist, opening at 135 kilos for her first squat. Looking very in control of the bar there. Looking super efficient. And that's exactly what we expect to see from Vicky. I think she had an unmatched poll ranking, meaning no one thought that there was anyone in contention to beat her. 3 white lights for Vicky. We'll see what her next attempt looks like.
and the bar is loaded.
Now here comes Kate in the 52 kilo weight class with also 135 kilos. Super efficient here. Snappy looking opener. Many kilos left there. 3 white lights from the referees. And I think, no, we still have one more squat to come.
This is the defending 52 kilo champion. She's been in the sport for close to 50 years. She's quite a veteran.
There we go. Liz Craven coming out for 140 kilos on her opening squat. Now, Liz is your 2025 national champion. And Liz does compete in the Masters, but always competes in the Open as long as she can keep up with them. And she has had no problem doing so in the past, and I think also today. Very stacked under that bar. Nice. Now still looking in control despite being a little bit slower than some of the opening squats. 3 white lights there for Liz. Now Liz definitely has enough experience to know what her squat jump's going to look like, how that speed affects her. I'm not worried too much about that one there. Alrighty, those first round squats completed. Leah is coming back for her second squat at 97.5 kilos. This bar is loaded for Leah. 5 kilos from her opening squat. First one was a little bit slower than we would have liked. Maybe it was a misgroove, maybe it was the nerves for nationals. I think a 5 kilo jump is very appropriate and the responsible call here. Finding her footing. There's the stability. Yeah. Honestly, a better looking squat than her opener. Didn't look like she was straining as hard. 3 white lights. Looks great. They'll go again. Now here comes Jessica for 115 kilos. Now Jessica's best is 117.5, so 2.5 kilos under. Should be expecting something nice after this, but we will see how this moves. Getting really stable under that bar, building lots of tension. Much needed in the opener. I don't see any issues with that one. 3 white lights there. Here comes Francheska also for 115 kilos. Looking super stable here. We'll wait for that stillness. There we go. Nice. Didn't lose position at all during that squat. Stayed with it. It is a good looking second. I would assume there's another 2.5 there at least, if not another 5. All right, here comes Jenny at 120 kilos for her second squat.
Let's go, come on.
Her opener moved like lightning. Expecting big things here as well.
Nice and easy, come on. Yep.
Another great squat from Jenny. Now, as long as the refs don't have any issue with it, I don't either. Lovely. Here comes Amanda, also taking 120 kilos in the 52 kilo women's. Now once we find that stillness and the side refs are happy, she'll get the start command. Looking good there. Let's see what the refs have to say about this one. A small twist at the top. Yep, 3 white lights. Happy days. Alrighty, here comes Prav taking 137.5. Here she comes. Now, Prav, I think, usually competes at the 43. Here she weighed in at 46.55. And I'm not sure if we have any other comps of Prav on file of her 47, but I'm sure the extra body weight is going to add to her total. Nice big walkout here. Yeah, pushes through that sticking point in the middle. 3 white lights from the referees as well. No major slowing at all. Just a sticking point, and she held her position really well. Up next, we have Annabelle taking 137.5 for her opener. 10 kilo jump from the first. Very zippy first attempt. We'll see how this one goes now. Now wait for that stillness and control. Knees get locked. Very good second attempt there. No real slowing of the bar. Obviously more effort than her opener. But looked really good, and I think there's a lot of room there to play with. Now here comes Ainsley, 140 for her second squat. 7.5 up from her first. Very in control from the second she touches the bar. And a lovely, lovely looking squat from Ainsley. I can't fault it, neither can the referees. Here comes Vicky taking a 7.5 kilo jump from her opener. 2.5 under her PB. I think she squatted this number a few times in prep. And maybe even as high as 145. Looking very stable here on her second. More locked in than her first, honestly. Holds her position well. Pushes through the sticking point. We'll see what her third attempt will look like. Alright, now here comes Kate with 145 for her second attempt. Building lots and lots of tension here. Very good here. Great second attempt selection. Good build up. 3 white lights from the referees. There's definitely room to go up from here.
And her second attempt will be reserved with 147.5 on the bar.
Now here comes Liz Craven with the 147.5, 2 kilos under her national record for her second. Depending on how this moves, we may see a national record coming up for the third. Very nice there. Push through a sticking point. I wouldn't say it was an overly hard second attempt. 3 white lights from the refs there. Into third squats we go now. Leah Ibrahim coming up for 102.5, 2.5 under her best squat. She has had some sticking points in her squats. So I think 102.5 is a good call.
And the bar is loaded. Come on, let's do them all. Let's need that extra energy.
Beautifully pushing through her sticking point. Let's see what the refs have to say. Has been a little bit of a sticky day. Yep, 2 white lights. That's all she needs. Now 1 is for depth.
This will be a personal best attempt for Jessica.
Alrighty, here comes Jessica with 120 kilos on the bar, 2.5 kilo PB.
Come on, Jessica.
Building lots of tension here. Very controlled squat coming out of Jess so far today. Unfortunately, a little bit of a twist. I think the hips moved it around and didn't get it through. Well done, spotters and loaders, for being there. You guys are the real MVPs. Now here comes Francheska taking 120 for a third as well.
Francheska. Also with 120, apologies, and the bar is loaded.
Looking super in control here. Receives all the down commands. A lovely third attempt there from Francheska. Push it through that sticking point. Look how she holds her position so well. Love to see that. Now here comes Jenny, third squat, 5 kilos off from her last. Second attempt looked really good. Now she's just got to bring it up. Massive push. Unreal work from Jenny there. Didn't really have a doubt. Holds it really well and a really snappy finish to that squat. Here comes Amanda also taking 125. Another competitor with a 5 kilo jump from 120. Now from memory on Amanda's second, there was a little bit of a twist. Didn't look like anything crazy. We'll see if it still exists today and if it serves any issues. There's that. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal. She hit that sticking point, found it, and pushed through it. Well done. 2-1 good lift. Now, Prav coming out for 142.5, which is, I don't know if these stats are right. This is a 20 kilo PB if successful. It's nice and deep and a big push here. Lovely. Honestly, kind of better looking than her second. Sticking point wasn't as prominent. Obviously still existed. 3 white lights from the referees. No jury appeal to that one. 20 kilo PB for Brav. Far out. Now here comes Annabelle, also taking 142.5 in the women's 52 kilo weight class. Prav is in the 47s. Now we've seen some lightning squats coming out of Annabelle. Looking good. She's just got to hold that tension. Sinks it. Gets it up really nice. Super happy with her own lift. 3 white lights from the referees. That was phenomenal third attempt selection. Alrighty, here comes Vicky taking 145, which would match her PB. Now, Vicky in forecast is leading by quite a lot. I don't think she needs to be so aggressive with any of her lifts, so a 2.5 kilo jump from second to third is really reasonable. Looking very stable here. Let's see if she can hold that tension. Yep. Gets to that sticking point. Now she just needs to push through. Does she have it? Unfortunately not there today. Still a really good squat there from Vicky. Only leaving 2.5 kilos on this discipline. Not the end of the world here. Alrighty, now we are getting very spicy in our squats. Here comes Ainsley Jones with 146 kilos, which chips her own national record by half a kilo, 500 grams. Here comes Ainsley, final squatter for the 47 kilo women's. Looking very stable here. And a big push here. Jeez, was that a national record or a second attempt? I actually have no idea. 3 white lights from the refs. We have a new national record for Ainsley Jones. 146 kilos on her squat. Well done, Ainsley. Now, Ainsley just took the chip, which is super important in case the battle of the 47 does heat up.
And the bar is loaded. Let's go, Liz. Come on.
Here comes Liz loading up 150.5 kilos for her third squat, which is a national record attempt. Looking super stable here. Really fast descent. Unfortunately not there today. Maybe a little bit too fast for Liz. Losing a little bit of tension. Yeah, you can see on the way up. Just wasn't there. Center of gravity was a little bit too far forward. Couldn't wrestle that one up. Now that opens the door for Kate, also in the 52 kilo weight class. Now, I don't know if there's going to be an attempt chain going. No. So 151 on the bar for Kate. National record attempt here. Now, if my coach handling knowledge is correct, Liz missing 150.5 would have allowed Kate to then take that weight and lower it as an attempt change. But I think they just know that they're good for 151. Still in control of the bar here. Hits the hole. Pushes through the sticking point really nicely though. Let's see what the refs have to say. 2-1, a good lift. Only right side hip depth. And that takes us to the end of women's squat in the lightweight divisions. Now we have our 66 and 59 kilo men's coming up. Here comes Leo, taking 150 kilos for his opening squat. Oh, unfortunately, we've just heard that Kate's third squat has been overruled. The jury has reviewed it. Now, 2-1, even though it's two white lights, can mean that the jury can review the video, and they've overturned it. So both 52 kilo front runners have missed their third squat. Here comes Leo, looking very, very good on his squat. A little bit too easy there. Expecting a big jump to his third. Maybe he's injured, not quite sure. Regardless, looked phenomenal. Alrighty. Up next, Ezra, taking 187.5.
And the bar is loaded.
Here he comes. Oh, unfortunately, rack height was off, so Spotters and Loads are going to change that real quick. Clock will get reset. Ezra looking very good here. Lovely squat there. Let's see what the referees have to say about that one. 3 white lights there. Lovely.
So 187.5. And the bar is loaded.
Here comes Zach taking 187 as well for his opener. Now, I love a good sport going around and fist bumping all the spotters and loaders. Coached by Beth. Very tidy unrack. Oh, lovely, lovely opening squat there. A little bit too quick. Alrighty. Who do we have next? Good lift there. 190 kilos coming up for Ray.
And the bar is loaded. Craven has been at the sport for close to 20 years.
Another very tidy unrack. Nice, small forward tip, nothing crazy. After all those lightning squat openers we've had before Ray, that made his look a little bit slower, but still very fast and good. Alrighty, up next, Vin will be coming out for 192.5.
And the bar is loaded. Let's go.
Now Vin is just getting on the board here. Stabilizing very hard. Lovely squat there from Vin. Not really much to think about there. I don't think the refs are going to see. Yep, 2-1 a good lift. We'll make sure. Replay just missed it. We'll make sure that we keep an eye on that right side. I don't think it should be too big of an issue, but we will find out.
And the bar is loaded.
All right, here comes John. 197.5 for his opening squat. Very tidy and nice unrack. Yep, beautiful looking opener. From my angle, I was privy to a little bit of a twist. You see it just there. Nothing crazy. 3 white lights regardless.
202.5. Chris is the defending champion at number 66.
Here comes your 2025 national champion, Chris Yip. Wearing a very sleek USA singlet. Wonder if he got that at Worlds. We will see how his squats move. Now, Chris dominated the competition last year by just being consistent, making sure he was on the board. His big lift is his deadlift. He wants to make sure that he has every possible kilo collected going into deads. Nice, very speedy looking opener. We'll see what the rest say about that one. 3 white lights.
Julian with 205.
Alrighty. Up next with 205 kilos on his opening squat, Julian is coming out.
And the bar is loaded.
Now, Julian usually competes as a 74. Here he's competing as 66. Lots of support from the family here. Now, Julian's a super intense lifter. I love watching this man compete. I have not seen him as 66 before, but the intensity is always unreal. Nice. A small shake, nothing crazy. Now, proportions do change a lot between the weight classes as you come down one. 3 white lights regardless.
Joshua also attempting 205. The bar is loaded. Let's go, Josh.
Now here comes Josh for 205 in the 66 kilo class. Very tidy here. Nice. Snappy looking attempt there. 3 white lights. Alrighty, now we have all of our lifters on the board as we go into second attempts.
And the bar is loaded.
Here comes Leo, 165 for his second attempt. Had a really, really fast opener. Likely see something similar here. Yeah, very, very clean looking one there. 3 white lights, surely. Yep, 3 white lights from the referees. Up next, 197 kilos for Ezra. Hit a very good looking opener. Let's see if he can back it up with a good second. Nice, a little bit of a sticking point. I think the responsible call here is 200 or 202. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of slowing on that one. All right, here comes Ezra, taking 200 kilos for his opening squat. Sorry, his second squat. It's a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Now all these boys are on the board. Now they're just collecting what they can. Looking very good here. Oh. Awesome push through that sticking point. We'll see. He lets out a little bit of a laugh on the way out. We'll see what the next attempt looks like, because that one looked tough.
Next
but he did sink it a little bit faster than his first two. Alrighty, here comes Zach with 200 kilos at 12.5 jump from his first. Very tidy walkout there. Awesome second attempt from Zach. Yeah, not really much slowing down on that one there. Here comes Vin, taking a almost 20 kilo jump. No, sorry, my math is so wrong. My 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Looks very light on his back here. Vin always in control of the bar when he squats. Yeah, beautiful work from Vin. Let's see what the rest has to say about that one. Yeah, 3 white lights. Jury's not even clued in. I think he's got kilos left there too. Here comes John taking 210 for his second, 12.5 from his first. Very stable here. Yep, a beautiful second attempt there. Saw a little bit of that twist. Let's see if the replay manages to catch it. Just a smidge. Can't really see it because of the spotter. Hasn't given him any issues just yet. All right, here comes Chris. $215 for his second, and his all-time PB is also $215. I don't think him and his coach are people who would like to gamble on squats, especially with how many chips are on the deadlift. Yeah, really, really classy work from Chris there. Oh, unfortunately not. 2-1, a bad lift. Now, we'll see. The jury will obviously view it. Now, both side referees have given red lights, which that means depth. I don't think strength was an issue there. It looked really good. We'll see what they do for the third. Likely reattempt the weight. Now, here comes Julian taking a 10-kilo jump from his first. There's a little bit of shake on the opener. Didn't look like too much of an issue. He had it under control, especially when he locked in after that unrack. Nice, there's the walkout and the lock in. Manages to get it up really nicely. Let's see what the refs have to say about it. 3 white lights. Lovely work from Julian. Locked in 215. And finally, 220 for Josh. Taking a 15 kilo jump from his opener. I think the biggest jump out of all of the competitors so far. Very nice unrack there. Walkout looks stable. Nice. Very, very nice looking second. 3 white lights from the rest as well. Replay just missed it, but once Josh gets it up, he snaps those knees so hard. They look really, really good. That second half of the ascent looks phenomenal. Alrighty, now another 15 kilo jump for Leo as we go into our third squats. He's made light work of all his squats so far. He just needs to do it one more time. Here he builds heaps of tension. A beautiful looking third attempt. Honestly, a little bit on the easy side, but he secured it very nicely. I don't think Leo has received a single red lights for squat yet. And I don't understand if he would, why he would get it. He's just had the cleanest squat so far all day. All right, here comes Ezra, 205, 7.5 from his last attempt. Yeah, that looks light on his back there. Lovely walkout from Ezra. Oh, hits the sticking point, but it still moves up. Really, really awesome grind there from Ezra. Stayed so patient with that sticking point. But the bar did not stop moving up. I had a really good point of view from it. And he pushed through really, really well. Well done, Ezra. All right, Raymond has elected to go up 7.5, despite the really intense sticking point that we saw in the second. Now, maybe that laugh that we heard was a laugh because he misgrooved it. And he knows he's got it in the bag. Yeah, unfortunately not there today. I think the second was a good indication. Well done for coming out regardless, Ray, but maybe 7.5 was an inappropriate jump. Alrighty, also taking 207. Here comes Zach. Another 7.5 kilo jump from his second attempt. Nice, he's in control of the bar now. 20 seconds to get that start command. Plenty of time. A big push. Yeah, awesome, awesome attempt selection there. Exactly what he needed and stayed so patient with the bar. Well done.
Next in with 212.5. This is all set to be attempted win.
Here comes Vin with 212.5, 7.5 kilos from his second attempt.
And the bar
Very
started.
snappy looking second. We'll see how the third looks. And a big push here from Vin. Yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. 2-1, a good lift. Now, I'm not sure if the jury will take action here. Yeah, and as expected, oh no, sorry. My apologies. I saw the blue plate getting loaded and I thought Chris Hip was reattempting 215. He's elected to go up 5 kilos to 220.
The bar started for Chris.
Now, I think this is an important lift here because Chris missing 215 and going up anyway to 220 does put him ahead of Julian in the forecasted placing. But in the current placing might open the window for Julian if he's got him on bench. So he's really got to make sure he's sinking it here. Both side referees need to be happy. And they did watch out for that on the first one. So they're going to be hyper vigilant. A great attempt there. Strength wasn't an issue. Let's see what the refs have to say. Oh, beautiful. A really smart call from him and his coach. 3 white lights. The jury will not intervene at all.
The bar is loaded.
Alrighty, 220 also coming up for John Chan. Hit a very nice looking first and second. 10 kilos up from his second attempt. Sinks it very nicely. There's that twist that we were looking out for, but got it under control so well. Bravo, John. 3 white lights there.
Next up, Julian with 222.5.
All right, here comes Julian, 222.5 kilos. Says his all-time PB is 220, and I think that was done at 74. Really, really getting hyped for this one. This is one of the disciplines that will put him up. He wants to podium. He wants to have the best chance possible to win this weight class. Whether that's possible, I don't know. I can't see Chris's future attempts. But on forecasted placing based on this and the openers, he's only 5 kilos behind Chris. Alrighty, there's the walkout. We'll wait for that lock-in from Julian. There it is. Manages to get it down. Now just needs to get it up. Smash the lift. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights there. Phenomenal work from Julian. I don't think he's gotten a red light today. I think we all need to take a lesson and learn to lock in like Julian when we go for our squats. All right, our final squat for the morning session. Josh taking 227.5. He had some wicked looking squats so far today. Looking very in control of the bar here. Big push here. Oh. Honestly, looked a little bit better than his second. 2-1 a good lift. Red light from the right referee. And that takes us to the end of squat. Ladies and gents, go take a piss, grab a drink. We will be joining you back in about 10 minutes for bench press. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Australian Powerlifting Nationals. We are here with Emma in the booth.
Hello.
And we will be moving on to bench just now. Now, my apologies for earlier saying that the 59 kilo men's were on. I was mistaken. The schedule was wrong on my behalf. We are going into women's bench now, where we will have Jenny opening at 52.5 kg. Waiting for that bar is loaded. There it is. Here comes Jenny for her opener at 52.5. Jenny had an awesome squat day going 3 for 3 with room. Hopefully she's not too gassed for bench. Now looking at Jenny's build, I'm going to assume that she's got a wicked deadlift. Yeah, pretty wicked. She's opening at 137 later today. Let's see how her bench goes. Lovely attempt there from Jenny. I don't think the refs are going to have any issue with it.
Yeah, super easy. And also opening above her body weight. We'll see that basically all of today, that all these lighter girls are opening bench on their body weight, which is insanely impressive.
Yeah. I think one of the lifters will even hit 2, if not a couple of the lifters will hit 2 times body weight.
Oh, wow.
Pretty crazy. All right, here comes Leah. 55 kilos on the bar. Little bit of a shake there. She's got it under control now.
Yeah, super easy there.
Very good looking first attempt. As we know, the name of the game for the first is get on the board, then collect your kilos. Yeah, wow, here comes Prav opening at 62.5 and her old PB is at 60. So this is a 2.5 kilo comp PB for an opener. Now she is a few kilos heavier than she was last time she competed, but this is to be expected, but I didn't realize it was going to be this much of a jump.
Yeah, and Prav's looking strong today. She absolutely demolished her squat. Actually 20 kilos from her last PB.
Very, very easy looking opener, as we would expect from an experienced lifter like Prav. Up next we have Jessica Lee taking 65 kilos for her opening bench. Nice and patient with the setup. Holding tension super well. Okay, a little bit stickier than all the openers before her. Let's see what the refs say. 2-1, a good lift. Now, red on bench press. Let me get up my handy dandy card so I can update everyone at home.
A red is for elbow depth on bench. That's all it can mean. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad I'm sitting with an experienced... Are you a referee?
Yeah.
Amazing. So I don't need this. All right, here comes Annabelle. 67.5 for her opener.
Oh, so Jessica's lift was overturned by the jury. So that was a no lift. And so she's just chosen to repeat the same weight again at 65 kilos.
I think that's a smart call. Nice and zippy. 3 white lights, yes.
Thanks, Amanda will also be opening at 67.5. The bar is loaded.
Here comes Amanda. 67.5 as well. Amanda had a great squat day. Actually, a lot of these girls had good squat days. She went 3 for 3. Let's see if they can continue the momentum on bench. Nice and patient here. Gets the start command with 16 seconds to go. Lovely. 3 white lights from the refs there. Good attempt. She's on the board.
So next we've got Frankie. She's gone for 70 kilos. And Frankie had a good squat day as well. She added 5 kilos to her personal best.
And the bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Frankie.
Here she comes, nice and chilled. Explaining the handout. We've got Reese Noble on handout responsibilities today. Can speak from personal experience. Phenomenal hander-outerer. Now, under 30 seconds to go, our previous lifter got the start command with about the quarter of the time left.
Yeah, wow, very nice.
Very nice there. Let's watch that replay back. Lovely. 3 white lights there.
And for those wondering, the lifters have 1 minute to get the start command for the bench. So they'd have 60 seconds for the head referee to give them the start command. If not, it's a no lift.
And the bar is loaded.
Here comes Ainsley coming off a squat national record. She's just asking for a handout. Looking very in control of the bar there. Lovely work there from Ainsley.
So Ainsley last year at Open Nationals actually bombed out on bench. She did get 1 red light on this lift here, so we'll see what the jury thinks. But if not, I'm sure she'll be happy with this, a good lift for her opener.
Now, red light is only elbow depth, correct?
Yeah.
The jury did overturn the last elbow depth one. If this one gets overturned, I think they'll be worried about it a lot more.
They seem happy.
Nice. And for those of you that follow closely, know that Vicky, not last year, the year before, bombed out on bench at Worlds from elbow depth. Is that correct? 2024?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I think elbow depth, especially with these smaller women, is a big deal.
So this is Liz going for 80 kilos.
A good bench press there.
And 3 white lights.
Next Vicky was 87.5.
Liz is also just coming off the back of her Oceania performance where she did, I want to say 85.5 kilos, which would have been either Oceania record or Masters World
And the
record.
bar is loaded. Let's go, Vicky.
Now here comes Vicky taking 87.5 for her opening bench. Vicky's PB is 5 kilos more than this.
Yeah, in training we did see her hit 95 just last week.
Mm-hmm. Very controlled.
You work. And then Kate will be also live. And the bar is loaded. Let's go, Kate.
So this is Kate coming out for 87.5 kilos.
Now this is where Kate is closing her gap behind Liz. She's opening 7.5 kilos heavier on bench press. And if we go to deadlifts, she's opening
Yes.
quite a bit under Liz. So Liz has to probably miss to really open that window. A good sturdy press there. Let's see what the rest have to say.
So we've got a red for elbow depth there, just from the head referee.
Now we'll watch that replay back. No, never mind. The replay's gone. But if the head referee saw depth, I don't want to say, like, it probably is the best angle. We'll see what the jury have to say about it.
The jury are just watching it back now.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for the jury decision. I don't know if there's going to be a change just yet.
And the bar is
Nah,
loaded.
they look satiated.
So now Leah coming out for 57.5, 2.5 kilo jump. Pretty typical with these lighter ladies and the lighter benches, just to take the minimum increment of 2.5 kilos.
Yeah, because as a percentage increase, it is big enough, but unfortunately the minimum jump is 2.5. Very tidy there.
So we've got a red with a yellow, and I'm going to say that's for jumping the command. Because it looked a little bit wobbly on the chest there, but let's see what the jury thinks. But next up is Jenny.
And the bar is loaded.
Now Jenny took a 5 kilo jump from her first to her second.
Just want to take a moment to admire the colour coordination.
She smashed it today.
From the hair to the suit to the wrist straps, she's got it all.
It's unreal. This kit came out how long ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow.
No,
Respect.
it came out recently.
Nice press there. A little bit of a sticking point. Nothing crazy.
Yes. And while Jenny was benching, the jury overruled Leah's second bench. So Leah's 57.5 is now at no lift.
Alrighty, up next, here comes Jessica, 65 again. Now the jury did overrule the first one.
Go, Jessica.
From memory, she had right elbow depth issues, so smart to keep the weight on the bar the same.
Yeah, maybe she just needs to flare those elbows a little bit more. Just to convince that side ref and the jury.
Now, it looked very good. Strength doesn't seem to be an issue. So 2 yellows this time. That would mean commands, is that correct?
Could be her bum lifting. We're not sure. But even with 1 white light, the jury can overrule in her favour. So they're taking a look at it just to see what happened.
And the bar is loaded.
But yeah, that's not a nice feeling going into third attempt benches with no bench on the board.
Strength really isn't an issue. She's been phenomenal in that regard. So I think just needs to tidy it up. She's got the weight under control. She just needs to do it to comp standard.
Yeah, and this is Prav now going for a 7.5 kilo PB.
Manages to get it up. Little bit tough.
One blue there. So that would probably be for downward motion. So a little bit of a wobble in the middle. I'm not sure if I saw it go down, but yeah, the jury looking at it, they seem happy.
And the bar is loaded.
Alrighty, here comes Amanda taking 70 kilos. Again, 2.5 kilo jump from her first. Taking plenty of time in that setup. There we go. She's got it under control. Great fight coming out of Amanda. 2 red lights, both side refs. What did it look like to you?
I probably bum lift. I couldn't see exactly, but I couldn't see anything else wrong with it, so you just got to assume.
Yeah.
And the bar is loaded.
So this is Frankie going up 2.5 kilos. She might be hunting down that red plate, which is always a nice feeling. Red plate and a collar.
Any red increment and a collar is just so classy. So nice.
Yeah, wow.
Great patience off the
Super
chest there.
easy.
It's always nice to see when a lifter doesn't lose position
Yeah.
and then they just smash it after 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, 5 milliseconds. But they keep it really nice.
Yeah, nice and patient.
Here comes Annabelle taking the same weight, 72.5 for her second. 5 kilo jump from her first. Very stable looking here on bench. Big push up. Now, did that look stable on the chest to you?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
3
must
right
be seeing
lights.
things. Here comes Ainsley, 5 kilos up from her last attempt.
The bar is loaded. Come on, Ainsley.
super stable looking here. Nice, good press.
Very well,
Bro, that's unreal.
Had a little bit of a wobble there on the chest, but
Mm.
looked good. Just got to keep an eye on it for a third attempt.
So are you allowed to wobble on the chest?
Well, you won't get the press cool until it's flat, until it's like still.
Mm-hmm.
And so the longer you wobble, the longer you have to hold in your chest, and that can be make the difference between making a lift or failing it.
Yeah, make your life harder for no reason.
So 85 kilos for Liz.
Oh,
That was
really
easy.
nice. Really, really nice. 5 kilo jump. No sweat for Liz.
Yeah, that national record bench is just a little bit out of reach. Sophie Dobson took it at SBD Cup with 95 kilos.
Here comes Kate with 90. Looking really in control of that bar here. Oh,
Wow.
I think that was better than an opener.
Yeah, that was insanely fast.
Yeah, wow, lots of kilos there. What were you saying about that national record? A little bit out of reach?
Yeah, Sophie Dobson took it at SBD Cup last year with 95 kilos.
Did it look like Kate had 5?
Maybe. But she'd have to go 95.5, so a little bit more might just push her over the edge.
True, true. She does need that bench lead
Yeah.
over Liz to keep her in the game. I think her and her coach will probably do
Yeah.
the mature thing and not go for the national record.
Yeah, if they want to take a risk, it is there, but...
And the bar is loaded. Let's go, Vicky.
So now Vicky's coming out for a national record on her second attempt. She's gone for 93 kilos, which will be a 0.5 kilo personal best, taking her own national record.
Oh. Unfortunately not there today. Looked like the bar got a little bit away from her, close to her head.
Yeah, she does have another chance to come back and try again. And bench sometimes is just like that. You mess one little thing up and you fail the lift. So maybe if she can come back, fix that up, try get that national record again.
So we are going on to third attempt bench for the lightweight women's now. Leah electing to go up 2.5 anyway. She did hit 57.5, but the jury overruled it.
The bar is loaded. Let's go, Leah. Got it.
Yeah, so this would be a PB if she hits this. And 60 kilos is also a bit of a milestone, a blue plate in the gym.
She looks stable, more stable in this attempt.
Let's wait for those lights.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, the same thing. I think it was butt lift again.
This time 2 refs. Yeah, I think the jury are reviewing it, but I don't think they're going to overturn it. All right, here comes Jenny, also taking 60 kilos. 5 for 5 so far in all attempts.
Yeah, 57 was a little bit shaky, but I've seen her grind some reps out. No doubt she can do this.
Oh, here she goes. Unfortunately, she just hit that wall off the chest. Not quite there today.
Yeah, nice effort.
And look, losing 2.5 kilos after going 5 for 5 so far, not the end of the world.
Yeah, she got the most she could out of that bench.
Best worst case scenario there.
So now Jessica. Jessica has to now stay in the competition because she's failed her 2 first attempts.
That's right. The first one was a 2-1 white, but the jury overturned. The second one was 2-1 red.
It's got to be nerve-wracking, but if she stays composed, give it a real crack.
Yeah, she knows strength isn't an issue. Held it pretty well. 3 white lights, lovely.
That's undeniable there.
Yep, jury doesn't even get a chance to review it. Did really awesome there. Well done, Jessica. Prav coming out for 70 kilos as well. She had a little bit of a fight on her second. We'll see how this one goes. Nah, she knew it wasn't there. Smart call, don't waste your energy.
Amanda Leigh now coming out to retake 70 kilos.
Now, from memory, is a 2-1. It wasn't a failed lift. Sorry, it was a failed technically it was a failed lift, but strength wasn't an issue. She's just got to make sure she's locking in comp standard. Nice. Now she's just got to hold on to it. Hold her position. Unfortunately, not there. Maybe she got a little bit too much in her head. Maybe just the strength ran out.
Yeah. Next we have Frankie trying 75 kilos.
Now here's that nice calibrated red and silver collar that we were talking about.
So this would be an equal PB for Frankie, but on the national platform.
Now we've got some stats here. Frankie is pretty consistent with her bench. Says a percentage of lifts made 96. Nice, looks really in control here. Big push up here. Unfortunately gets away from her.
Yeah, it just started falling to her head in the slightest, and you can't really save it when it gets there.
Yeah, that's it. Once the elbow's out of position, you're gone.
Yeah, but solid effort from Frankie.
Really solid.
We're seeing quite a few missed attempts on our third benches here. The only person to make her third so far is Jessica.
But Jessica was the one that
Yeah.
missed her first two. We have a few lifters who are doing pretty well so far, but We'll see how the rest of them go, and if there is a place to risk it for a biscuit, it is the national stage. Annabelle also taking 75 kilos. Yeah, wow. Quite a lot of missed thirds.
Yeah, bench just be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
One rep will look amazing, add 2.5 kilos, and then it's not coming off the chest.
Exactly.
And the bar is loaded.
Ainsley already redeeming herself for last nationals performance. I'm sure bench was a ginormous focus of the prep.
Yeah, this would be a 5 kilo PB in this weight class.
Unfortunately not there today as well. Alright, we have 3 benches to go.
Next up, we've got Liz Craven taking 87.5.
Now Liz has taken hundreds of comp bench attempts.
This will equal her personal best. I know she's done 90 in training. 87 is her best in competition.
And the bar is loaded. Come on, Liz.
Yeah, Liz's second attempt also went for like nothing. Whoa.
Really, really good third attempt. She's cheering. Waiting on those lights. I'm seeing the referees nod. I think they are all happy with our lift. Yeah.
3 white lights. Yeah, an equal personal best, moving like that. Down for a PB sometime soon.
Wow. The second made third. Alrighty, here comes Kate. 92.5. Lightning on the second attempt. Obviously the mature decision to only take the 2.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, and this will put Kate and Liz matched on forecast totals before going into deadlifts, but matched subtotal, sorry.
Yeah, after forecast, unfortunately, Liz does have a pretty healthy lead over Kate.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, definitely the mature call not to take any crazy jump.
So she's got 1 red there for depth on the left side.
We'll see what the rest the jury have to say about it, sorry. And now re-attempting her national record attempt. Vicky will take 93. Maybe she had a misgroove. Maybe things just didn't line up. She's hit 95 before.
They're just going to clean the bar down.
Yeah, making sure everything is in pristine condition.
And the bar is loaded. Let's go, Vicky.
Here comes Vicky. Looking very stable here. Nah.
Exploded off the chest and then just got stuck there in the
Yeah,
middle.
unfortunately saw a little bit of movement. Maybe it was in the wrists. Just lost the mass there.
All right, well that's our women for this morning's bench.
Alrighty, wrapped up. We move on to men's. Now, we've got the 66 men's, and we've got a little bit of a battle developing between Julian and Chris, with a forecast total difference of 5 kilos after their opening deads. Here comes John for 115 for his opener. Very nice looking opener. Did really well to make sure he was stable before he started his lift. 2-to-1 good lift, but Emma, we've got a yellow card. Remind us what that yellow card could be for.
Yellow card is basically all of the above. Not really. Red is depth, blue would be downward movement, and then yellow is everything else. So
Everything
it could
else.
be bum lift, it could be missing a call, it could be bouncing on your chest a little bit, moving your feet, moving your head.
We'll just have to keep an eye on it for his next one. Here comes Josh, taking 117.5. Nice.
Yeah, very quick.
Very, very quick looking opener.
I don't think we can overlook Joshua in the overall battle. He is on forecasted totals a little bit below. He's got quite a big deadlift, so he might be able to make up some ground there.
For sure. Anything can happen on deads. Here comes Vin, 120 kilos for his opening bench. Lovely looking opener there from Vin. Alrighty, now we have Chris coming out for his opening bench. 125. Now, Chris is a long-armed individual, and the spotters and loaders have put the pin height to 1.
A bit confused.
Yeah, wow.
Ooh.
That's why I'm making sure.
Probably meant to be 10 or 11 rather than just 1.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Don't know what technical things he could have been working on in the off season, but I don't know how you make your arms shorter for bench.
Still got just under 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Not
I think the
sure.
clock will reset though, because it's not his fault. Alright, clock hasn't reset. Very nice from Chris to stay composed. The clock didn't reset, So I'm not exactly sure what happened. Maybe it was an admin error and they didn't put in the right pin height.
Maybe someone just misread it on the form.
Yeah, potentially.
And 3 white lights.
We've got Leah with 127.5. And the bar is loaded.
Leo now taking 127.5 for his opener.
Seeing a little bit of shake out of those elbows, but he does get stable in the end. Nice.
Next up is Julian taking the same weight for his opener as well.
Now, Julian has a smaller deadlift than Chris, so he's really going to be banking on making all these attempts. These are the really important ones for Julian, because this could be a 5 kilo difference leading into deadlifts depending on how bench goes. Still plenty of time on the clock for Julian to get started. Ooh. Moved very quick. Yeah, I think he did jump that command. Is that right?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Next up we've got Ezra with 130. And the bar is loaded.
Yeah, currently we have Joshua and Chris tied on subtotals at the moment, just after our openers. So it's definitely going to be close when it comes to deadlifts.
Nice and stable in the unrack. Side refs are happy. Nice. Looks strong. There was a little bit of movement on the chest. Refs are happy regardless.
And the bar is loaded. And go back.
Oh, okay. Spotters and loaders have got the rack height wrong. Okay, they've adjusted that one. There's still 30 seconds on the clock left. Yeah, they'll reset the clock for this one.
Okay, the bar is loaded. Let's go.
Never mind, they won't. Maybe you can comment on it, Emma. If the lifter requests a pin height change?
Yeah, so it's like if they made a mistake, if the lifter made a mistake, the clock does not reset. And if... Very nice.
Well done. Keeping composed. Awesome work, Zach.
Yeah, so if the lifter makes a mistake filling out the form, then the clock does not reset. But if it's just misread by tech desk or the spotters and loaders, then it is reset.
Understood.
But it's all fixed now for a second, and he's still got it. We got the start command with 5 seconds left.
Happy days.
All right, now we've got our last opener. We've got Raymond coming out for 132 and a half.
Okie doke. So Raymond is getting his blocks put in and requesting an unrack.
Making sure everything's set up before bar is loaded.
Nice. Awesome strength there from Raymond.
Yeah, super easy. All right, we're going to second attempt bench presses. There's only one person missing the opener, Julian. He has gone up still, so he has gone to 135.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a strength issue. He's got that in the bag, but he does need to get on the board if he still wants to be in contention.
Yeah.
Not sure what the game plan was. Maybe they took a little bit more of a conservative approach. Nice and stable here. Really nice looking second attempt there. Kind of exactly what you want, give you a little bit of momentum going into the third. Also, these boys have done phenomenally to make sure they are on the board across the disciplines. Seeing a lot more green in this men's session than the women's. All right, here comes Josh, 125 on the bar. Beautiful looking second. Oh. 2-1.
Yeah, just for butt lift there.
Yeah. Now we'll see if they elect to go up. I think they should, just because he's in contention for that podium. And strength definitely wasn't an issue. Just got to tidy up. Here comes Vin, 125 on the bar. Sorry, 127. Beautiful soft touch from Vin.
He's approaching PB territory, with his best being 132 and a half, so maybe trying to equal that or take a little chip above.
Speaking of 132 and a half, here comes Chris Yip with the pin at the correct height this time. He has more than enough time. Now, Chris, definitely not a subtotal specialist. He knows he's got to make every single lift going into deadlifts, and that gives him the most freedom. Yeah, great looking second attempt there.
Next Leah with 135.
So we've got the next 3 people taking 135.
Mm-hmm.
First up is Leo.
And the bar is loaded.
Here he comes for his second attempt bench. 7.5 kilos up from his first. Saw a little bit of fight on his opener.
And this will be an equal PB if he gets it.
Gets to start command after a little bit of time at the top. Nice. Really good looking second. 3 white lights.
Also be attempting 135.
So now Julian taking 135 after missing 127 on his
Yeah.
opener.
I think this is the smart call, especially with how close he is to the podium. Probably locked in silver, we don't know. Maybe even contention for gold.
And he was just missed it from a little bounce on his chest. So if he can keep it stable, it should be fine.
Lovely, yeah, it definitely was the right call to go up. Now here comes Zach.
And the bar is loaded.
A little mishap on his first. Going up 5 kilos. Zach loves bench. Getting to take his time on the setup now rather than his opener.
Now Zach, watching Zach at Nationals has always been fun. He's got a lot of personality. I remember on his final deadlift at Nationals 2025, he goes, "Can I please ask for a handout?" That was hilarious. Beautiful looking second. Zach loves bench. And the refs love Zach's bench.
I think Zach's in the wrong sport. He wants to play some basketball.
Could do pretty good in volleyball. That was a pretty impressive vertical.
Alright, Raymond now just setting up the blocks.
Now Raymond and Ezra also, both of them taking 137.5.
And the bar is loaded. Go right.
Ray really getting fired up for his attempt. Nice.
3 right lights.
Next Ezra with 137.5 as well. The bar is loaded.
Now Ezra taking 137. This is 5 kilos under his PB of 142.
And this will be the last bench for our second attempts.
Very stable looking here. Lovely looking second attempt.
All right, John Chan is going to open up our third round of bench.
Taking a 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
And going for a 7.5 kilo PB.
Would be really nice to get red collar.
I thought you meant red lights.
No.
That wouldn't be very nice.
Red lights suck. red circle on the bar, very good. Very stable looking here. Beautifully executed third. 3 white lights. Bang on attempt selection.
The bar is loaded. Let's go, Josh.
Now also at 125, Josh. So he didn't elect to go up from his second. He got 2 red lights from the side referees, both for butt lift. He's just got to tidy up his bench. Nice.
Yeah, super easy. And 3 white lights.
Awesome. Now Vin coming up for 132.5, a match PB attempt. He looks good. Wonderful attempt selection there from Vin.
Yeah, very nice match PB.
Very nice. Vin also joining the 6for6 club.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of green on the scoreboard, which is always a lovely sight to see.
Now here comes Chris, 137.5. 5 kilos under his bench PB. But as we know from Chris, bench is not what builds his total. It's his wicked deadlift.
Yeah, our subtotals are looking pretty similar, so he doesn't have to make up too much ground on the deadlift, assuming he makes this. Yeah, very smooth, very controlled.
Awesome looking third attempt. Now, I'm going to include Chris in the 6for6 club. Even though he missed his second squat, he decided to go up anyway. We'll count it.
And the bar is loaded. Let's go, Zach.
Here comes Mr. I Love Bench. 137.5 on the bar. really stable looking here.
Yeah, very nice.
And that's a good lift.
That man really enjoys bench press.
Video with 140.
Here comes Leo taking 140 for his third bench press attempt.
Come on, Leo.
Lots of shaking going on, but as long as he can keep it controlled. Unfortunately not there today. As we said with the women's, look, it happens. Sometimes you go up a little bit and it's just not there. 3 benches left for the 66 kilo men's before we go into our break. Julian taking 140 kilos, 5 kilos up from his last one. And again, an important attempt for Julian. This attempt will keep him 5 kilos behind Chris in deadlifts.
Yeah, and this will also match his personal best.
Mind you, a whole weight class down.
Oh, yeah. So this would be a new PB. in his
Massive
weight
PB.
class.
He's just got to make sure it's tidy. A big push here from Julian. He doesn't know how to give up. He gets it up there. Big cheer from Julian. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights for Julian. Super important attempt there, especially after the mishap on the opener. Keeping him 5 kilos behind Chris. Now, 5 kilos might not seem like a lot, but it is that striking opportunity that he needs to potentially bump or at least threaten the national champ.
And the bar is loaded. Come on, Ray.
142.5 for Raymond. A 2 kilo PB. His current comp PB is 140.5. A really beautiful third there from Raymond. 3 white lights. And 1 to go.
So we've got Ezra coming out for the same weight, 142 and a half.
The bar is loaded. Let's go.
142 and a half for Ezra. 5 kilos up from his last. A match comp PB.
Yeah, and just to get an understanding of how close it is, if he makes this, he jumps up from 8th to 4th
Wow.
on subtotals. We've got 5 people on 342 and a half or 345.
That's crazy.
So it's a really tight battle there for 4th place.
Gets the press command. A really, really good grind there. Wow. 3 white lights for Ezra.
10 minutes break.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gents, we are going into a 10-minute break now before deadlifts, where women will go first and men will go second. Please rehydrate, refeed. This is crunch time where we will be deciding our national champions on deadlifts. You won't want to miss out. See you in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to APA Nationals 2026. Emma and I are back in the booth for deadlifts. This is where the decisions will be made. Who is going home national champion and who is going home with a good experience. We are about to start our deadlifts. Referees are taking their seats. Spotters and loaders look rested and ready.
We are missing Greta on the jury, but oh well.
Once the jury becomes complete, we will continue. While we wait for Greta, let's give you a quick rundown on what is happening in the women's weight class. Going in, we have Vicky in first, 4 totals. Sorry, in nominated totals. Ainsley and Prav close behind her. About 15, just shy of 15 kilos between Ainsley and Prav. And in the 52, we have Kate in first with Liz just behind, but Liz does have the bigger deadlift.
Yeah, and Liz is only behind by 2.5 kilos, opening 15 kilos higher.
Yeah. A lovely opener from Leah at 122, sorry.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of these placings get shuffled around once all of the openers are in.
Yeah, this is where it gets really exciting, and attempt changes come into play as well.
Yeah, on those third attempts.
The bar is loaded.
We've got Prav now, 125. 5 kilos below her personal best.
Was Prav a sumo lifter prior, or has she always been conventional?
I'm not sure actually. I think conventional.
Okay, maybe I'm remembering from when she lives in Perth. I remember her doing sumo. 3 white lights regardless.
Maybe she dabbles in both. Jessica now coming out for 130. She had a rough day on bench, but she's here to finish off her day strong on deadlifts.
And look, she did the absolute champions journey through bench, keeping it the same, unfortunately overturned by the jury, and she made it on her third. So she's still in the running to place higher than what she is at the moment. Nice and snappy there.
Same weight staying on the bar for Frankie, coming out for 130.
Now Frankie's PB is 140. So this is 10 kilos under.
Yeah, I know in training she did 140 and it was significantly easier than when she did it last. So maybe looking for a little bit of a PB either here.
Very nice. PB on a national stage is always fun. Ooh.
Yeah, she's a snappy deadlifter.
Okay. Snappy to say the least, jeez. She's also rocking that backwards belt, which I always respect. I never understood.
Yeah, I think the buckle just gets in the way on the front.
Yeah, true.
Some smaller human beings.
Got to count my blessings. Here comes Jenny, 137.5 on the bar. Opting no talc on the thighs. I don't know if they forgot or if it's just not an issue for her. Great attempt regardless. Now, for those of you watching at home and you don't understand the difference between the white powder on the hands and the white powder on the legs, the white powder on the hands is chalk for grip. You don't want to let go of the bar. And the white powder on the thighs is talc for slip. You want the bar not to get caught on your thighs, so you talc them up.
So they're very opposite, and you don't want to get them mixed up with each other.
No, no.
A little tricky there, just off the floor. But once you got it moving, it was lovely.
Yeah.
So now Ainsley in the 47s, taking 145 for her opener.
The bar is loaded.
Looking very good from Ainsley. Nice and smooth opener. Three white lights.
The bar is loaded.
All right, here comes Annabelle. 152.5 on the bar. Very nice and snappy there.
That's a good bit. Next height will be attempting 152.5, same weight, and the bar is loaded.
So we've got our last three openers now, heaviest three openers for this women's flight. We've got Kate in the 52s, taking 152 and a half.
Great attempt there.
Yeah, these ladies are already approaching a 3 times body weight deadlift on their opener, which is ridiculous.
Insane. Love to see the standard continue to be raised every year.
So we've got Vicky now, having a bit of a rough day on the bench, missing her second and her third. But she's looking like she's running her own race today. She's looking like...
Pretty comfortably in the lead.
Yeah.
The bar is loaded.
Last Nationals, Vicky finished with a 399 kilo total. I remember because I was there. And it was so close on her last deadlift it would have crossed her over 4, but then she went to Worlds and smashed 4. Vicky looks good.
Yeah, that looked nice and easy. We've got our last deadlift opener for today, which is 167 and a half for Liz Craven.
Now Liz is so seasoned. She doesn't use music. It doesn't look like she's getting too hyped. She's going in, she's going to get the job done, and she's going to leave, hopefully with a gold medal today.
The bar is loaded.
Here comes Liv. Oh, we'll see what happened there. Can we get a professional opinion, Emma?
She just had a little bit of a wobble, like just had her knees locking out, and so it might have looked like it went down just for a second. The jury are just deciding they look a bit stumped at the moment,
Yeah.
so it could go either way.
I don't think I'm qualified to say whether it was or wasn't, but it definitely looks sticky.
Might have just paused, not sure if it went down.
And I think for that battle, it is pretty important because that missed attempt could lead to a window of opportunity for Kate.
Yeah.
If it is missed, sorry.
Yes.
The jury's still deciding.
The bar's loaded.
Prav now 132.5.
Great work there from Prav.
Yeah, it's looking like a little bit of a battle between Prav and Frankie for the podium. At the moment, Prav's a little bit ahead, but if Prav misses one and Frankie makes one, you could see that changing.
Absolutely, yeah.
The bar's loaded.
Here comes Leah, 132.5 on the bar.
Let's go, Leah.
Lovely work there. A little bit of a sticking point, but nothing she couldn't overcome. 3 white lights.
Yeah, just a little bit tricky there at lockout. Hopefully it doesn't get too much worse on her third attempt. So Frankie's coming up now with 137.5, a 7.5 kilo jump and 2.5 kilos less than her PB. So possibly looking to hit a new PB on her third attempt. Yeah, and Prav and Frankie are actually looking a little bit further apart on forecasted total, about 20 kilos between them. Wow.
Jeez. I just can't get enough of it. How fun is that to watch?
Yeah, so
Snappy deadlifts.
Yeah.
The bar's loaded.
This is Jessica Lee for 140. Yeah. Moving nice, just like an opener.
Very lovely to see.
And 3 white lights.
I think in the replay we saw her get a little bit away from her. Didn't look like too much of an issue. I think she'll clean it up.
The bar's loaded.
So Amanda now coming out 145, 5 kilo jump. Amanda looks pretty comfortable in 4th position, just a little bit too far off 3rd.
Strong with your legs. Craven, yes.
Very similar to her opener. A little bit slow off the floor, but once it gets going, it gets going.
Jenny with 150.
So Jenny is next. She's going for 150, which is an equal PB.
Nice and easy, you got this. Come on.
I think there's a little bit of talc on the legs this time around.
She definitely needed that talc. It got a bit sticky at the top.
For sure. One more reapplication and she will be sweet.
Yeah. I have seen her hit 160, I think, on a deadlift bar. So maybe trying to match that on the Alico today
That would be awesome.
and at Nationals. So Ainsley now 155. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB for her in the 47 kilo weight class, and just below what she's done in the 52s.
And the bar is loaded.
Very nice. Yeah, looking exactly like a second should.
Yeah, no real sticking point there. Great lockout.
Yeah, she's looking pretty secure in second place at the moment.
The bar is loaded.
Annabelle now in third place in the 52s. Trying to keep her position. She's going for 165.
Waiting for that lock-in. Great to see it there. Again, just a smidge of a sticking point on those thighs.
Yeah, got a little bit hard at lockout, but still a good lift, 3 white lights.
The bar is loaded.
Lock it, come on.
So Kate's taking 165.
Strong. Nice. Back.
So we'll see how Liz's deadlift moves in 2 attempts time, because there is 7.5 kilos between them. That wasn't the easiest deadlift from Kate, but if Liz messes up somehow, maybe Kate can sneak in there.
Yeah, and we did
challenge
see
her.
on Liz's opener
Yeah.
that sticking point and that one red light from one side.
Yeah. She did have a bit of a wobble. So Vicky now, 170. This will take her to a 400 kilo total and be 5 kilos off her own national deadlift record. It's a little bit tricky there.
Little
white
bit
lights.
tricky.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Vicky's weight and her weigh-in. She weighed in at 46.9, so right on the line there. Maybe feeling a bit weak from the weight cut, but still incredible numbers she's putting up.
Yeah.
She's at a 400 kilo total now.
Yeah, wow, that was the
Just-
number that she missed just last time. So to already get a 1 kilo
On her
national PR
second.
on her second.
Yeah. So let's take a little look how Liz's deadlifts move.
This one's important. She really needs to clean up here.
Yeah, if she misses this, the door's wide open for Kate.
Yeah, it looked
Very
better.
nice, yeah. Looked really good. Wasn't easy, but she had the strength for it. So now, Kate is ahead on forecasted totals of 2.5 kilos. So if Kate hits, Liz has to hit to win. So it is a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah, this is where the numbers game starts, hey?
Yeah. Not a good time to be dyslexic. Got Prav now going for 140. 10 kilo PB.
The bar is loaded. Let's go, Prav. Let's go, Prav. Come on.
Here it comes. Big lockout. Lovely work there from Prav.
Very nice. And 3 white lights. That basically secures Prav in third place from the attempts we have now, unless we've seen attempt change, but it would be a bit.
It'd be a bit crazy because
Yeah.
Francheska would have to jump to what? 157?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts.
Oh, honestly, 160.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because Prav has her own body weight.
Yeah, so Prav is on the podium at the moment.
We've seen crazy things happen.
Yeah. 20 kilo PB on squats. All right, Leah now 140. This will also cross Leah over the 300 kilo total barrier.
Yep. Nice.
A big effort here. She just can't get it back. She receives the down command, but what do you think, Emma?
Yeah, I'm not sure. See what the refs say.
Yeah, there was a lot of things there. We got a rainbow of red cards. One red, one yellow, one blue. Unfortunately not there, but hey, she had an awesome day, and I think 400 kilos is definitely going to be there by next year.
Yeah. Oh, 300.
Sorry, 300.
And I actually misspoke. It would have taken her to 297, not 300.
It's all right. We're rooting for her for 300
Yes.
next year.
So Frankie now, 142 and a half. Two and a half kilo PB for Frankie. And this would give her a 5 kilo total PB.
Give us one more snappy lockout. Here it comes. And in the famous words of Poe, skadoosh. 3 white lights.
Alright, Jessica's now going for 145.
The bar is loaded. Let's go.
This will be a 2.5 kilo PB for Jess if successful.
And finish off a really wicked comeback after bench. Love to see it. Unreal. 3 white lights. And great sportsmanship. Well done for shaking all the referees' hands.
Amanda, 147.5. The bar is loaded.
Righty, here comes Amanda, 147.5.
Everything in this. We're strong. Push on. Yes.
A big push here. Oh my goodness. That was the best one yet.
Yeah, I want to say that was better than her first and her second.
Yeah, not stall off the floor. Really consistent. 3 white lights. Well done.
Next up, we've got Danny with 160.
Alright, we've got Jenny now going for 160. This will be a 10 kilo PB on the Nationals platform.
She looks really locked in here. Love the intensity all day from Jenny.
The bar is loaded.
Massive cheer crowd here.
Come on! It's all you!
Big pull incoming. Receives the down command and a big smile.
And 3 white lights.
Unreal work from Jenny. Only missing her final lift. Well done.